And also here is Matt Galloway.
Hey fans, it's Uncle Matt. I'm afraid Maxwell's not going to be able to make it for dinner.
What?
It's a train. Maxwell got hit by a train.
Can you whistle?
Maxwell got hit by a train.
All that segment made me sad about was that I can't whistle, and it's really cool and creepy when he does it. I'm jellies.
Yeah. Man, this is like the week that I wish everybody watched TNA.
Mickie James got hit by a fucking train. And nobody said anything on the show.
No, she's just
They just moved on.
They did have to post online, because I guess they got complaints of like, oh, she's okay. She just she hurt on the fall. She'll
Like
be okay.
Mr. McMahon's limo exploded.
Like when he pushed her off, though, you could hear like whistling sounds of the wind when he said, "That's a big fall." And then you heard the train coming, and then Tina's like, but she twisted her ankle falling.
No, she got hit by a fucking train. Lana
she fell off a
twisted her
cliff and then got hit by a train. They're like, she's okay.
God damn it, let me have this death, this on-air death. TNA.
Has there been an on-air murder in wrestling?
I think that didn't somebody say there was one in Lucha Underground? Like Lucha Underground actually killed somebody off?
Dario's evil brother ate one of the crew 2 weeks ago.
It's his theme song, "You're Standing on My Neck."
No.
What a reference.
No, it should be.
Folks, this is
the wrestling news this week.
Mickie James has died from injuries sustained on filming a freak accident stunt on Impact. She was hit by a train. She was 39 years old.
There's actual footage of it. It doesn't look like an accident. It looked like it was on purpose.
No, he was checking her phone and he turned.
Oh, and she fell.
And he accidentally hip checked her.
I like that.
I mean,
whoever wrote that definitely.
And he just observed that it was a long fall.
Like, we can be wrestling's house of cards.
And then he was whistling for help. He was hoping someone would hear him whistling.
If you legitimately and we'll get to the real news. Mickie James isn't dead. Come on, people. But if you legitimately accidentally kill somebody and you like laugh at it, does that mean you have to go to jail? But like if it's a total accident, because that's what happened.
Holy shit, this would happen to me. Kind of laugh,
like,
right?
Yeah, like kind of like, oh, that was funny.
I would kill somebody on accident.
Yeah, like maybe Jade Storm bumped into her, but then like, well, that happened.
So let's talk about her legacy if she was dead. Do you think the song Somebody's Gonna Pay would get played at her funeral, or would they not even like subject themselves to that?
One of her songs?
Yeah.
They'd probably play Hardcore Country when the pallbearers pull the box out.
He's already dead too.
Yeah, well, he's been reanimated for this special event.
Winter brought him back.
So the worst part about this story to me is the fact that this apparently came about because Mickie has to miss the next set of tapings, which is
no.
They have another set.
Okay. Well,
They killed her off because she's going to miss 3 months of Impact when she's not even an active wrestler.
Why didn't they just have her get in a fucking dirt biking accident again? Or just for the first time, fuck it. I don't understand this shit.
Why don't they just say she went home with her son?
Yeah, she was taking care of her kid or something, or she has a concert series or something.
Here's my question. How is she not available for her one job out of the year that requires her to work once every 3 months? She's not available that week?
No, she's not. She's booked at Miami SuperCon. And
wait, that's why she's missing the tapings?
Well, no, is that the same week as CES?
We need to get Felipe to go and ask her about getting hit by a train. Or he needs to get her to autograph his train set.
As long as someone gets it on stream, that's all I care about.
Okay, but seriously though, even if TNA never implied that she died, which I think they did on television in their backtracking.
Yes, they very much implied she was dead.
Yeah. They have to backtrack.
Even if she just like sprained her ankle from falling 500 feet to her death. You still have a character now in James Storm who went from like, kind of a creepy cult leader to fucking murderer.
Yep.
Well,
that's not fixable.
Sure it is. Remember WWE were like, all those accidents and shit were happening to Jeff Hardy, and like somebody tried to run him off the road and blow him up, and then it was revealed that it was Matt Hardy.
But we never actually saw Matt Hardy like attempt to kill him. The closest we got was the pyro, and that, I mean, come on, that's not going to kill you. We saw James Storm literally
that
like
killed
hip
our truth. He turned into nothing but shoes.
Yeah, I just
MacGruber.
Come on,
Miss MacGruber. Bring him back.
No, you don't.
Hey, it's better than half the comedy I see on wrestling this week.
Hey,
you eating Pop Rocks?
No, I'm cooking a cast iron pizza. I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was going to take this long.
You in the kitchen?
Yeah, I'm in the kitchen.
You doing the show from your goddamn kitchen?
Yeah, it's right next to my desk anyway.
Yeah, I admire that.
How big is your apartment?
Yeah,
800 square feet, 850, I think.
I have no idea what that means.
Do I need to put an apartment tour on YouTube for everybody?
On a scale from a bathroom to the impact zone, how big is your office? Your
impact zone.
All right.
Yeah, impact zone's not big. Come on.
I think it's bigger than 800 square feet.
I don't know.
No.
That's
so the news of this is people, the few people that watch TNA on Destination America, I guess, called the network or something, or TNA had to put out a statement basically that was like, she didn't die, she just suffered a sprained ankle.
It was probably the TNA Mecca that thought it was a fucking shoot.
It's shoot week.
Wasim Perez.
No, if it was Wasim Perez, he would have done it himself by putting his name on the security cam footage.
I think TNA is going to just every week start escalating the amount of shit that they do in an attempt to see if anybody's watching. Like, if anybody notices. Let me tell you, and it worked, because Will called me a few hours ago and said, whoa, I'm just watching TNA this week, and James Storm murdered Mickie James, and I was like, send me the links. I have to watch this show. It fucking worked. Murder in wrestling works. I watched the whole show. I didn't just
watch... Should that
be
how you write off jobbers from now on? Just murder people?
Yeah.
The only problem is they bring people back all the time. Look at Velvet Sky. She won't fucking go away.
So Mickie James died, people.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Okay, we haven't really given this enough discussion.
So the segment starts out with Mickie James walking into an area with loud trains, and there's nobody there. It's like a ghost town. There's not even like train attendants. People checking the trains.
Black and white security cam footage.
Wait, but we have to talk about the segment that came first.
We're talking about the two that I'm talking about the two that came first.
Okay.
Okay. So she's walking in and she's like, "Where is everybody? I'm supposed to be meeting about getting a record contract." She's in Nashville or something. Mm-hmm. And James Storm is like, "Surprise!" And she's like, "James, what are you doing here?" And then it cuts. Later on in the night, James Storm.
What a surprise! Like, oh, I'm here to like sign a huge deal and like make my career bigger. Oh, it's just my asshole friend sitting on a couch.
Yeah, she got fucking catfished. So anyway, she's like sitting there talking to James Storm, and James Storm says that he wants Mickie James to join the Revolution, and he wants her to be his bae. And Mickie James cuts a pretty good promo telling him no, basically.
That shit great.
And James Storm gets like this psycho look on his face, and then he smiles and says he's sorry. And not about her damn luck, but he's just sorry.
That's every time he said it, I was expecting that.
Sorry.
He should have said that when he pushed her off the train thing.
Sorry. And then he just bumps her. But your damn luck. That would have been great. But then he says, "I'm going to walk you out. It looks real crazy here." And I'm surprised. It's like the crazies around here. I'm surprised he like didn't look at the camera and then get like cat eyes and then it just zooms in with somebody laughing.
And then he whispers, he's like, "Me. I'm talking about me. I'm the crazy one."
Yeah. And then the final part was James. I just have written down here, James Storm's murders Mickie James. They're walking. They somehow have like HD security cam footage. There's nobody at this train station at all. Like nobody. And he says, "Somebody called your phone." And then she's like, "Nobody. See, look." And then he like grabs her phone and then just like booty bumps her off the fucking platform.
You mean the rear view?
Now he says this is a long
Imagine this
fall.
with him doing the rear view and sending her flying.
Yeah, I don't understand though. He knocked her down and he said it was a long fall, and they had like the wind sound effect that they do whenever people are like standing at the top of the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, like, you're playing like a video game and it's like the mountain level.
Yeah,
and there's just a howling wind.
But like the train that was right next to them that obstructed the view, was that like, was the train that was going to run her over below that? Or did he hit her so far that she fell into the other train tracks? Or was that
It's
the
like a
train?
really elevated track.
It was just moving really slow. I don't understand. The visual presentation of this was not optimum, I don't think. But the implication there, he picks up the phone and he calls somebody. He says,
Magnus.
He says Nick. It's old
Yeah.
Uncle James.
That's Magnus.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Brutus Magnus.
No, it's Nicholas Brutus Magnus.
Okay, but I thought their son's name is Donovan.
Yes.
And okay, he says, "Hey Nick, it's old Uncle James. Mickey's not going to be able to make it for dinner." And then he hangs up and laughs and whistles and walks away. And the best
She won't
part
make it
about,
for dinner because she's dead.
because she's dead. The best part.
Did he
about,
say that because she's dead?
No.
Or did he just like he wasn't clear?
He was very vague about it.
Damn.
The best part about all of this is that for the rest of the show, they come back and it's just Madison Rayne in the ring bitching. Like, they never acknowledge that Mickie James is dead or even injured or anything. The commentary never fucking acknowledges that there was a murder that happened on this program. It's like, who shot JR? Who cares? Let's fucking move on to this new storyline.
Maybe this was edited in after Josh's commentary was edited in.
Here's my question.
This was amazing.
So they sent a thing out on their website like the next day saying that Mickie James is okay. She's not dead. She doesn't have any broken bones. She's no injuries. She's just a little shaken up. And is still trying to decide if she's going to press charges. First, that makes no fucking sense. Why any of that would ever happen. If she was a little shaken up, didn't have any broken bones, and wasn't dead, how come she wasn't like, hey, why'd you push me?
Hey, asshole. What the fuck was that about?
Yeah. On top of that, they have this security footage. And then they aired it. Why?
You don't have to press charges. Cops can arrest you for... It's like if you kill somebody...
Why would TNA air this footage? TNA obviously looked at this and
You
said,
can't
"This
go to
is
jail for
footage."
murder because that person can't press
Yeah.
charges.
That's what I was just about to say. Yeah.
You go for 10 months and then you get let out because you're a robot person and they feel
Good
bad
thing
for
you can
you.
make the next tapings, though.
But
Fuck.
TNA had this footage given to them and they put it into their TV show. Meaning they were handed footage of an attempted murder and said, put it on TV.
It could have been live.
And instead of saying, one of our talent just murdered one of our talents, just put it on TV. Hey, he's on the phone. Hey, girl,
James
what's your
Storm.
name? Where you from? I guess they hung up.
No.
Okay. Good.
Oh, well. I heard
Anyway.
him.
Yeah, so this was everything I hoped it would be and more. There's no way around it.
It was
There's no
so
way
bad.
around
It was
it.
so illogical and hilarious in the same way.
You can say like, oh, Mickie James didn't actually die because we didn't see a train collide into her and her explode into a million pieces. That's fine. You can't get around the fact that James Storm attempted to murder her. He said as he was walking away, she made her decision, I made mine. He tried to kill her. And then they realized that that's fucking stupid, and the next day they backtracked. I don't think they were ever
I
going
wish
to say
they didn't
that she died.
backtrack. I know they had to. I wish they didn't. I
I
wish they had the
want
balls to just say she's dead.
Mickie James will never be on television again. And then like the next week she's on SmackDown.
Until a wrestler kills themselves.
I
in
was
advance,
floored
and then
by
she
this.
shows
Like,
up again.
the worst part is, like, the way I heard about it was Paul.
So was she.
Paul kind of casually mentioned it. He's just like, so they killed Mickie James. And, you know, we say
Well, yeah,
that.
it's not like it's important to talk about.
Right, but it's like, you know, we say that all the time. So at no point was I thinking that they actually, like, did something where Mickie James...
You were thinking Brock Lesnar killed John Cena.
Yeah,
Yes.
something like that. So as I'm watching Impact and we get to this segment, and I watched the whole thing, I watched it like 3 or 4 times. I kept going back over it, and like my jaw is just on the floor. They fucking killed Mickie James. I picked up the phone immediately and called Matt, and I'm just like, dude, they killed Mickie James. And I think he had the same reaction, like, oh, what, like, there was a bad spot, or what?
No, you were like, James Storm is walking with her next to train tracks, and I'm like, oh no.
And then he put his monocle on and tied her to them. And laughed. Now I've got you, my pretty!